before we begin this review, I actually got a message on Facebook from someone that actually asked me. They've seen our reviews, and they know me as a person, and asked me if I'm going to see 50 Shades Freed this weekend. The answer is no.
What a fucking stupid question. Whoever you are, fucking stupid.
To each their own, but I am not into it. And it got, that movie's getting, I mean, the first two were pretty panned by critics, but this one, they're like, you can tell the actors don't give a shit. The reviews are really bad for it.
Yeah, they're only making those to get horny women's money. That's it. It's the only reason.
You can go online and watch porn for free.
I don't know, way better than 50 Shades.
So, we've said in the past on here, we've commented every time we got the trailer for Peter Rabbit. We watched Peter Rabbit today, and every time that we've talked about Peter Rabbit, we talk about how horrible the trailer looks. How the trailer makes this look like it's going to be the biggest piece of shit, insulting to kids.
The worst movie you've ever seen.
And now remember, when we talked about The Mummy, the thing that upset us about The Mummy was that the trailers made the movie look so good, and then it was so disappointing. This was the exact opposite of that. The trailer made this movie look terrible, and we saw it, so to have it was really good.
It was surprisingly good.
It was charming. It was well written, well acted, well directed. It was everything you want. Nothing in there was inappropriate for kids, and there was some poop jokes and stuff, but
yeah, but they didn't rely solely on that to make you laugh.
No, and it wasn't the fact that it was a fart or a poop joke. It was the absurdity of the joke. And is why it worked. And
well, that was a lot of fun.
I really liked that movie. Here comes cops. We didn't do it, we swear. But this movie, when it first came on, it gives you the impression like it's going to be this dainty, childish kids movie, and then I'm expecting something to happen, and then it happens, and then just you know the tone of this movie and what it's gonna be.
Yeah. It set the tone very well.
There were characters in this I just loved. His three sisters.
Yeah.
And you knew the voices
awesome.
of them were?
No.
One was Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. One was Daisy Ridley, who's Rey from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And the other one, I can't remember her name exactly, but she played the Golden Lady in the Guardians film.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So the three of them were, Rey was Cottontail, and Flopsy was Margot Robbie, and the other one was Mopsy. So.
Awesome. Yeah. The only problem I had with this movie is James Corden. He's a fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, James Corden. I hate him. I hate his fucking voice. I wish he'd fall off a fucking building and land on a goddamn spike and slowly bleed to death.
The only thing I've ever really liked that James Corden did was, I actually do like, I know you didn't like Into the Woods. I liked Into the Woods, but not for him. I liked it because of Emily Blunt and
I was done with that
Anna Kendrick.
I was done with that movie after the 7,000th time that they sang Into the Woods at the beginning of it.
Oh, if you ever, it's actually based on a musical, and that's how the musical does. The musical is actually like 3 hours long, and the movie was shorter.
It would have been different if it was an actual song and they just didn't sing Into the Woods, Into the Woods, Into the Woods, Into the Woods, Into the...
Well, anyway, we watched it. Back to Peter. James Corden in the first little bit, his voice is kind of annoying, but the other characters were so good and so well played that I kind of didn't care after a minute. I'm like, okay, if that's the worst thing about this movie, fine. He didn't over James Corden it.
By the end of it, he wasn't as annoying, but he did a lot less talking at the end too. So
his voice was annoying, of course, but his character wasn't. His character actually, that's the one thing about this movie. Characters all go through arcs.
Fucking Peter Rabbit is a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick.
He's a fucking ass bag. For real. I hope he does get turned into a fucking pie. What a piece of shit.
Oh my god, in the opening scene of this movie, they talk about how and how does he know it's his dad? The old man that owns the property next door to Roseburg. Everybody's seen the trailer for this movie, so you know who I'm talking about. But, Domhnall Gleeson's father, in the beginning of the film, talks about how not only that he murdered Peter Rabbit's father, but then he minced his father up, put his father into a pie, and then he and his wife ate that pie. And they draw. I mean, they show you each thing happening. I'm like, there's like 4-year-olds in here. Like,
Yeah.
they just showed him eating his dad. And how did he know? Like, how would he know that it was like just like I killed your father?
I'll eat you just like I ate your dad.
But then his great nephew, who is, oh my God, Domhnall Gleeson plays his, and he's so good. So good. Another reviewer that I saw compared it to his performance as General Hux in Star Wars, and it is that over the top, just everything is like this, and just
when he fucking freaked out in the toy store. Oh my God. He's just like he's beating the shit out of that bear. And for some reason he stops and he gives it this sensual kiss.
Yeah.
And then starts beating it again.
Like, I'm so sorry I hurt you. This is disturbing. That was really good. And my favorite character in the whole movie is there's this rooster. He's only on the screen for like 4 times. Each time is like maybe 15 seconds.
The rooster is great.
He's like, cock-a-doodle-doo, oh my God, there's another day. Last night when the sun went down, I thought that was it, and then today happened. This is amazing.
That was great.
And even the rooster goes through like a storyline, because then he's like, why wouldn't have fertilized all those eggs? I'm not ready to be a father. Yeah. And then next it shows all the chicks, Dad, Daddy, Dad.
Yeah.
I gotta look up and see who did the voice of the rooster, because he was fucking hilarious.
The fucking taxi driver lady was cracking me up.
She had the best line in the whole movie.
When they put the carrots in her tailpipe, they get out like, who would do this? She's just fucking straight as arrow. I have enemies.
And, like, it's just glanced over. They never mentioned it again. Like
what?
Oh God, this movie was so much better than it had any right to be.
I almost feel bad for liking it so much.
It was one of those that, like, 5 minutes in, I'd already laughed multiple times. I'm like, oh my God, this movie's really making me laugh. But there were genuinely laugh out loud moments in this film. And the best part is the movie is completely self-aware of how ridiculous it is.
Oh yeah.
It pokes fun at itself.
Yeah. That was great.
Like
they broke the fourth wall many times.
Yes, they did. And it was like in the end, like the rabbits are communicating with her, and she's like, "This is amazing." And the taxi driver's like, "It's a lot to take in, isn't it?" She's like, "Yeah, it really is." And that was funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I've smiled the whole time.
This is aside from Disney films, it's the best kids film I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was way better than Paddington.
And I like Paddington way more than you did. I did end up liking Paddington in the end, but this was a better movie.
Yeah,
it was more fun.
I don't remember what other kids movies we've seen recently. There hasn't been a lot.
Well, I mean, Coco. Well, aside from animated films, like just Monster Trucks is kind of a kids movie in a sense, but I liked Monster Trucks way more than other people did. But this was a better movie than that.
Yeah, this was actually a good movie.
What I liked about it, it's wholesome, it's charming, it's not offensive. I thought this movie was going to be insulting to kids, not one bit.
No.
This is the perfect. There we go. Right by us. The whole empty lot.
Fucking asshole.
There are cars literally like circling us right now. Oh my God, are we about to be killed?
Oh, we might be.
Look at it. There's
a wagon train. We're about to have to defend ourselves.
Yeah, a whole bunch of Navajos are about to jump out with bows and arrows. I mean, do you have any like pitchforks or like muskets?
I have a baseball bat.
It'll have to do.
It's really skinny. It's the ultimate training device.
For what? Getting trained if you're about to go to prison to have things shoved up your ass? That's for some reason they forgot to turn the lights off in this movie theater.
Oh, I hate that. I hate this movie. This theater every single time.
Theater 14 at Escape Cinemas.
Yeah, the lights will stay on for like 30, 40 minutes into the movie, and then somebody finally goes and complains, and then they shut them off.
That one girl did go like 10 minutes in, and it was still like a good almost 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
And the lights went off. I'm like, finally, I can jerk off now.
We got so many fucking dirty looks in this movie. We're minding our own business, sitting over in the fucking side, out of the way, you know, not hogging up no prime real estate.
No, we stayed out of the way.
People just fucking walk by like.
There were some confused looks, which I'm okay with the confused look. I mean, we are two long-haired dudes in a kid's movie without a kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dirty looks I didn't appreciate. But there was the same thing happened to us. It happened in the My Little Pony theater. I don't know if you noticed it, but a woman had her son, and they're walking up the stairs, and she's like, "I told you there'd be other boys here." And walked by us. So it was like, I remember when we were My Little Pony. This little boy walked in, and like he didn't want to, like he was afraid to be seen there. And his mom looked at us and smiled, and he looked at us and smiled, and he all sat up and got like, "No, it's okay, dude. You can watch like, you know, it's all right for little boys to watch this stuff too."
You love to watch gay stuff. It's alright.
Yeah, this stuff it can teach you lessons. And that, you know what, this movie does have a moral. It had a genuine, easy to follow plot that was concise from beginning to end. It had a good narrative. Everything. There were flaws in the movie, of course, but
yeah, but not that many. It wasn't. It damn sure wasn't bad like it looked in the trailer. Like I thought it was gonna be.
This is probably the Mummy in this tie for most deceiving trailers, because the Mummy made us think it was going to be great and it wasn't. This made us think it was going to suck and it didn't.
And the only reason we saw this is because I got fucking roped into working this morning, and I was like at half an hour behind of what we were actually going to see,
which was Den of Thieves. I'm kind of glad we got to see.
Yeah. So we got up here like, well, what's to watch? We could have watched fucking Hugh Grant sing and dance.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. Well, they're both beautiful men.
I don't know. I think Hugh Jackman seems like he'd be more the comforting type. Yeah. Hugh Grant is the kind that would just like smack you, like, you have to get up out and be yourself. And Hugh Jackman would hold you and tell you everything was going to be all right. I've just fantasies.
But we almost were gonna go watch that. It's the last week of that too. And it was. I'm like, well, fuck. Let's just go see the stupid ass rabbit movie, so we could just see how stupid and terrible and bad it is.
And
it's the best fucking movie ever.
You know what? I would have said, but so far this year, my favorite movie has been Proud Mary. That's my favorite movie. This might take. I think this is so far in 2018. I mean, of course, that's going to probably be changed next week. Next week's Black Panther, and that fucking looks amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So far, this is probably one of the best movies that we've seen this year. It's definitely top 3.
Yeah.
And I'm stunned at how good it was.
I was like, I actually halfway through something in me just felt good. Like,
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I smiled the whole movie. First 15 minutes, maybe not, because James Corden was really fucking. He just fucking. Like a knife in my side. Fucking hate him. I really do. Fuck you, James Corden. God.
What would you
somebody get me a one-on-one with James Corden. So I just want to punch him in his fucking dick.
But what would you do if you did meet him and he just looked at you and said, "I'm sorry," and started crying? Would you have to pull back like, "Oh, I can't hit him now"? Just give me your car.
Still tell him he's a fucking asshole. Make him feel bad about himself. He's an asshole. Who the fuck does he think he is? Just because he fucking sings in the car with some dumbass fucking celebrities that are washed up has-beens. Fuck him.
I watch Colbert and I turn it off before he comes on, so.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
Well, the original host of the Late Late Show, not the original, but the last one, Craig Ferguson, was so much better.
Oh, yeah.
Craig Ferguson's one of the funniest people on the planet.
Yeah.
If you ever want to laugh and just laugh your ass off, look up Craig Ferguson, Robin Williams interview, and it's about 11 minutes long. That's the one it is, and it's a Thanksgiving thing, and that 11 minutes is some of the funniest shit you will ever see in your life. It's Robin Williams and him. They're just going back and forth off each other, and just it's amazing. I highly recommend watching that. It's so funny.
That's the only reason James Corden got his job, because CBS didn't want to be racist against fucking British people. They got rid of Craig Ferguson, so they're like, we need another fucking British guy to go in here and fucking take his place.
Craig Ferguson's not British.
Same difference.
He's from Scotland. He's a Scotsman.
He's across the pond. They're all fucking stupid. They're stupid accents.
I don't know. I like John Oliver.
I can't say. Craig Ferguson was pretty alright.
Yeah, I like Craig Ferguson. But anyway, back to Peter Rabbit. There you go, sidetracking because James Corden sucks.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
But everyone else in this movie is just so good. I mean, as good as Rose Byrne is, and she's amazing. Domhnall Gleeson. I love those kinds of over the top. I liken it to one of my favorite performances of all time is James McAvoy in Victor Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Let's say Young Frankenstein. He wasn't even born when that movie came out. But in Victor Frankenstein, just how over the top and just chewing the scenery. I mean, Domhnall Gleeson's performance in this is up there. Like, I really liked him in this.
If he'd have tried to play it too straight, it wouldn't have been as good.
Even when he was being calmed down, he was still shaking and still convulsing when he was like, I'm trying to be a good person. It's like, When he gets older, and he's going to play a villain in a Harry Potter remake. Like, when he gets into his 50s and 60s, he's going to play nothing but over-the-top villains.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
I know. Like, when they do Lord of the Rings, he'll play the next, like, Sauron in 30 years when they remake those movies again. Because it'll happen.
Yeah, it will.
Peter Jackson's head will be, like, cryogenically frozen and still directing it, too.
Be alright as long as Peter Jackson directs it. Anybody else, they're just going to ruin it.
Yep. Well, anyway.
I'm going to start a petition now to stop that from happening. That way in 50 years we'll have like 500 million signatures to prevent it.
I don't know. The power of the internet might prevail because they were going to remake Back to the Future and the internet just went insane and they decided not to do it.
Well, they better not. Because they probably have somebody ridiculous, stupid like James Corden be fucking Marty.
Oh god, I'd shoot myself in the face. No, they're putting Zac Efron on everything now. It'd be Zac Efron and it would be annoying.
Yeah.
Alright, well, we're running kind of late here. Next week is Black Panther, which I'm heavily looking forward to that. There are groups out there because it's a predominantly black. Who knew that a movie that takes place in Southern Africa was going to have a predominantly African American cast?
Oh, yeah. Surprise!
It's like, wow! I can't believe where there's lots of black people, they make a movie with lots of black people in it, and there are groups protesting that. It's the same. It's the same fucking people that said Wonder Woman wasn't American enough when she's not an American. It's the same fucking people.
Fucking retards.
It's a goddamn movie. Enjoy it.
It's fucking Black Panther's got black in his name.
He's badass too. I cannot wait to see that fucking movie.
He's gonna kick all kinds of ass.
He was one of my favorite parts of Civil War, so this is gonna be quite good. And Andy Serkis is the bad guy. And I love Andy Serkis.
Yeah. I hope he does his Gollum voice.
If he calls the vibranium my precious, I'll just
fucking splooge all over the theater.
In my mouth. All right, Black Panther spooge. We're gonna end it on that. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.